So, today I'm going to do a book review video. I have 6 books, and I don't know, some were okay, some weren't. Sorry, I have like calamine lotion on my nose right here, so if that gets annoying, too bad. So, the first book I have was, the beginning of it when I read it was okay, but then it really turned bad. So this is called Witch's Brew, and it's not by an author, it's just edited by Yvonne Jocks. I think that's how you say her last name. And the reason why it's edited is because nobody actually wrote this book. It's just excerpts of stories that had witches in it. So this is what it looks like. And I thought it was gonna be like better, but it wasn't. Some of the people in this, like, they have, like, it's like in parts, and it's like, okay, the first part's about, like, bad witches, and then the second part's about witches that, were bad and how they came into power, or something like that, I don't know. So some of these are really long stories, and some of them are really short, some of them are poems, but there are a lot of different authors in this book that I never heard of before, and it tells you, like, it says, like, the name of the person, and it says, oh, this person was born in blah, 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 and they are best known for writing this. So, I almost finished this book, but I didn't. Some of these are really, really, really long, and some of the poems, I didn't understand. Like, some of the poems, I'm like, how does this have to do about witches? And some of them were really about the devil more than witches, and some were about, like the Salem witch trials. The first excerpt was from Macbeth when he meets the witches. So yeah, so if you really want this book, it's just really excerpts of different books. Like the intro is there's an intro in it. It just explains about witches and stuff like that. It's nothing that great. But yeah, my hair is like a mess today, you guys. Like, can you tell? It's like a bad hair day. It looks like I'm like excited or something. So the next book I have is, I got most of these at book sales. Well, yeah, and book sales, and one from a flea market. So this book is a murder mystery book, and this is In the Deep Woods. It's by Nicholas Conde. It has like a accent over the E, so I don't know how you really say it, but this is what it looks like. That book, it was about a guy. This book is about a murderer who's been killing women, like raping them and killing them in the woods. And it's about this girl. Her brother gets her. I think she's like an author. She writes books, and her brother gets mistaken for this killer, and for the whole book she just tries to see if she can prove if her brother was the killer or not. And it has a shocking ending. Like, this book was really good. Like, I never heard of this person before, so I was like, I didn't know if I was really gonna like it, but it was really good. There was, I don't know, like 20 some pages, but then, I mean, like 20 chapters or something in it, give or take. And it was about, and then, like, there was, like, the one thing I didn't get was, like, every time, like, there was a new part, instead of saying, like, part 1 or part 2 or whatever, it said, like, In the Deep Woods, and there was, like, ... and then there was, like, like, italics version before they started a new chapter, and that was, I guess, like, the murderer's point of view or something. So yeah, so this one that I'm going to show you right now wasn't a good book. It sucked. I didn't understand it. This was Strange Seed by T.M. Wright, and this book wasn't worth my time reading, because this book sucked. Like, I got this book at this one is the one I got at a flea market, and this is what it looks like. Even the cover of it looks weird. And what I can tell, it's about this young married couple, and her husband, I don't know what their names really were. Her husband wants to move to to his family's old farm, decrepit farmhouse, stuff like that. And she doesn't want to. And when they get there, all these strange things happening. Like, they find this boy. And the thing that I don't get is like, every chapter, like, literally, every chapter, well, anyways, my hair is, like, getting on my nerves right now. But every chapter, there's always, like, one chapter, they're like, short chapters, and the words are really big on a page. So this is probably meant for, like, a little kid. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I don't really know the point of this book. Like, it didn't really explain why all these weird things were happening, or, there was, like, there were these chapters where, like, it wasn't the character's point of view. It was, like, they were talking about animals in the forest and why, like, the circle of life sort of thing, I guess you could say. It was a really weird book. I don't recommend you read it. But, oh, by the way, I always put if you want to read one of these books that I'm showing you, and you don't, catch it while I'm showing the picture of it, I do put all of the books they're not in the order that I show them in the video, but I put all of them in the description, just, like, down there in the description. So if you ever, like, want to read a book, and you're like, oh, well, like, she went through it really fast, I always put them in the description box. Because, like, in previous book reviews, like, a long time ago, I never did that. But now, I do that. So, you guys know. So, this book, okay, like, this book could either appeal to hunters, or just something to read. This book, the cover of it, I don't know if I got this at, like, a library book sale, and it didn't have, like, the book jacket on it, so I don't know, the person who gave it to the library either didn't have it or it fell off or something, so the cover's not that interesting. But this is about bears, and before you get into it, it's like, I'll tell you what it's about. It's in 3 different parts before I show you what it looks like, because the cover's not that interesting anyway. It's in 3 parts: the black bear, the brown/grizzly bear, and the polar bear. And they each have different parts, but most of them are the same. Like, the beginning talks about, like, there's, like, hunters. Every chapter, there's usually, like, some kind of hunter story about how this hunter was hunting and he killed this bear, or the bear attacked him or mauled him or whatever. But all these chapters are basically the same. Like, they talk about the bear, like, where these bears can be found, how you can cook them, like, eat them, how you can hunt them, and then the rest of it's just, like, stories about this guy going on trips with these people and their experience with these bears and stuff like that. So this is just called Bears, and it's by Ben East. And there is illustrations in it. Like, the illustrations aren't that good, to be honest. Like, they really aren't. But yeah, this is just like it just says outdoor life. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, it just has a picture of a bear on it. It's not that interesting. So this next book I have is I never put this book in my previous book review video. So this is what it is. It's I think I just put it in my favorites video, but it's called Favorite Houseplants and How to Grow Them, and it's by Better Homes and Gardens. There wasn't a person's name on it. Better Homes and Gardens is a magazine, and this is just it just details how to take care of houseplants. So the houseplants, it goes in alphabetical order from A to Z, and there's some pictures in it of the different houseplants so you guys know what they look like. And it was a nice little book. Like, I really liked it, and it was nice. Like, I have some plants in my house, and there was stuff in about the plants that I have in my house that I didn't know anything about. Like, it says, like, a description of it, what it's supposed to look like, how you water it, stuff like that, and the soil and everything. And this is what it looks like. And I like the cover, it's pretty. And I really like plants and flowers, so I decided to get that book. Last book I always try to put in, I have lots of, like, classic literature books, or, like, just, like, classic books that I read for each book review, so I have a couple more to get through. So this one isn't like a classic literature book, but to me it's just like a book that is like a classic, I guess you could say, instead of like a literature book. It's just a classic book. So this is Catch-22. It's by Joseph Heller, and this is what it looks like. I had to tape it because the cover was falling off. So this is what it looks like, and that book was really good. It was about this guy. I don't know how you say it. Like, he has a weird name. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna say it. But it's about this guy who was in the army, and his leader always kept, like, I think it was like, I don't know if it was like World War I or World War II. I forget. But he always keeps bumping up the bombers' missions. So, like, first it was like 55. And the thing was like, you had to finish these missions in order for you to go home. So he, at one point in the book, he just didn't do it anymore. He was like, I'm not doing this because my head honcho guy keeps bumping up the missions. So he just stops doing it. And then the head honcho guy, like his captain or major, somebody who was above him, gave him like an ultimatum that's like, if you do this, we'll give you this, and blah blah blah. It was sort of like, now it's not exactly like the show, but if you ever watch a show called MASH, with like Alan Alda and stuff like that, it's sort of kind of like that basis, maybe. So if you like that, if you like MASH, or you ever heard of it and you watched it before, you might like this book. So that was my book review video. Like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and tell me some of your book recommendations you want me to read. I'll see you guys next time with another video.